Yes, guys, hello. We have a second woman in our podcast, menswear podcast. So it's very weird that we have women in menswear podcast. So it's 36th episode of Suit Yourself, a menswear podcast. And as always, we have
Jordan,
Mihao, and this time we have Emma.
Yeah.
Emma Jacomet. And we met Emma at Pitti Uomo in the summer. And that was interesting because we met her on our last evening at a very French dinner. With
that's true.
Singing, opera singers.
Shout out to Sasha.
Sasha from Temporel,
It was a fantastic evening that we're going to remember our whole life.
Absolutely,
and we are super happy and proud to have Emma today. She is a very interesting person. And very interesting parkour. So parkour is not the right word. People start jumping on the walls when I say that. So it's not parkour. It's like background.
Journey.
Journey, exactly. So we're gonna cook you a bit about this.
All right.
Let's start. So your dad is Hugo Jacomet.
Hugo Jacomet,
no pressure,
absolutely.
Right?
No, absolutely not. No, it feels actually like a breeze, doesn't it?
What was like, because being in menswear, so I guess it started because of your dad. What was like it growing around suits, shoes, and all this stuff?
Well, that's a very good question, actually, because indeed I kind of grew up in this from a young age. I think I was a teenager when my dad started Parisian Gentleman, which started as a blog. And I remember it vividly as well, that it just started as not a side hustle, but like something really born from passion. And I remember vividly also him having his first suit and being very happy about it and happy to talk about it, and also writing articles and seeing that people were actually reading them. I remember also the very first get together of Parisian Gentlemen, of all men that were really interested in what my dad had to say. And for me, that was something incredible, because I was like, that's my dad, and I know where that came from, and really from just wanting to educate people and to talk about something that really was important for him. So I grew up in this, indeed, but I grew up with it, not with someone that was just telling me exactly how things had to be done, but just with the passion. The sensitivity for craftsmanship and for things, for traditions and for beautiful things. And we're not necessarily talking about luxury here. We're talking about just, craftsmanship and the intention behind the clothes. And
that's the real luxury at the end of the day. The real luxury is this heritage.
Exactly. So that's the debate indeed. That's what is actually luxury and what is, absolutely.
And what's your own story? What are you doing professionally?
That's so I arrived in the sartorial world, I would say, not very long ago. I'm actually living now for 13 years in the Netherlands. I'm a specialized educator, so I do something completely different. I was a teacher also before.
But your dad is also educating.
Yeah, that's true. Exactly.
So,
I was about to say that.
I think there is something of a heritage in this as well that I don't have any problem with, sharing knowledge or being in front of a class but I'm actually an educator, so I'm specialized in neurodevelopment. That's difficult
a tough one.
Neurodevelopment? Yes, thank you. Wow, well done. Yeah.
I have a brother that worked in that, so I trained before.
So I'm taking care of children and of families with problematics like ADHD and autism and all that.
We are doing the same with this podcast. Talking to people that are
we're
to kids.
No, I'm also ADHD, but just I don't know if I'm...
I think we're all a bit nerds. I think,
Oh, yeah.
In that sense.
Interesting, but when it all started, because okay, it's because of your dad, but were you always interested in menswear, in suits and
you are bringing
fabrics?
your own thing into this, and to complement Michael's question, what would be your own thing that you are bringing? There's some kind of energy with your own life, and so that's super interesting to know your perspective of things.
Yeah, so first of all, I do have to say that even though my dad, with my name, I obviously have a certain legacy. And that in and of itself is kind of enough in the way that my dad doesn't, like hand me everything. And, I actually have to do my own way in this because I'm already a Jacomet. So already people know a little bit about my dad and stuff. So
feels aristocratic.
Yeah, although it's like, in our world, it does a little bit, I have to say. And it's beautiful, actually. Yeah? A lot of people also tell me, like, oh my God, is it not really annoying that people always talk to you about your dad? And I'm like, no, my God, like if I have respect for one person in my life, like it's really my dad. So please, obviously, like I have a legacy. I'm very respectful with it, and I'm very, very thankful. But yeah, I do bring my own twist to it, and I do have to say that also comes from Sonia, so my stepmom, so my dad's wife. Because they've always taught me that obviously I have a background, so a legacy, but I also have things to say in my own way, and so that's what I'm trying to do. So how I do it is that I just arrived in the world because I lost my job, one of my jobs.
Yeah,
and so
we
I was
all coming somehow like this to that.
I mean, life happens, right?
Yeah,
so
exactly.
and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go a little bit more in Paris, and I'm just gonna see a little bit what's going on in our world. And I realized that whenever I was going to sartorial events, so when we met each other, actually, that was through Sacha Leboeuf, so who is editor-in-chief of Intemporel, wonderful person, with a lot of great things to say as well. And when I went to those evenings, I would see a lot of women also of my age, but older, younger. And all the women were kind of like the plus one of men.
It was all about men.
Yeah, well, not necessarily all about men, but I could see that the women, because they were with their man, which is actually, by the way, absolutely not a criticism, it's just an observation, that they wouldn't dare to go to other women and to share with other women and to just really discuss with other women, a lot of things. So because we all have the same sensitivity, if we are with men that dress the way they dress and we like the same kind of things, that means that we have a certain sensitivity that not everybody has, obviously. So when I saw that, I realized, okay, there is something to do here. There is like a little thing, something to do. And so I decided to, with Amélie from 17h10, which is a brand I work with, I'm an ambassador for, we decided to create a women's alliance in our sartorial world.
Very nice.
So, and again, not to overshadow men, absolutely not, because I mean the men's wear, and it's our legacy again, so that's absolutely wonderful. But it's more about the fact that we also have a lot of things to say. We also wear suits, and we wear menswear in our own ways. You have so many women in our world that wear it so differently. You have Sonia, you have Clea, you have Brits, you have so many other women that are
It's so interesting
wonderful.
because, we guys in menswear, we have those rules.
But
they don't apply to women.
No.
So
much more freedom.
You girls, you can just choose whatever and it will just work.
Exactly. And that is the beauty also just of in general of women in that sense, especially in our world. Like you can see that we just we love something, we make it our own, and we express it the way we want to. So there are no real rules for us, and you can see that different women do different things, and that's what we really want to put at the forefront. Like, okay, when we arrive in a sartorial event, we are with our man, if we have a man, and that's wonderful. but we can also just go to each other and be like, oh, what's your story? What do you like? And just also, we're not the plus one of men in the sartorial world, but we're also just there.
It's interesting because women on Pitti, they are in suits, they're in dresses, they're in skirts, so many different outfits, while men are usually in suits.
Yes. I mean, you can wear a dress, Michael, if you want to.
But the kilt, you can wear a kilt.
Yes, you do actually. Yeah, that's true.
Historically speaking, all women garments come from men.
Yes.
Even stockings.
It
was a while ago, but
that's true.
Yeah, that's true. But and I would say we are, with what we are doing, we are looking at the heritage, and this is super important. So we are turning an eye on the past, but it's always important, and that's also the spirit behind this podcast, is that we are still looking forward in the future. So we are not trying to mimic, or we are not nostalgic. I mean, we can be nostalgic a bit, but we cannot live in nostalgia.
Absolutely.
So of course, because I would say it was fine back in certain days that men are very elegant, but it's very ruled, and it was also very ruled for women actually, and that nowadays we have a bit more freedom. And I would say that when you can express your personality is in the cracks, is where you are choosing not to follow some rule and to follow another one, and you can do your own mix and being a bit more yourself, and it's not anymore uniform.
Absolutely.
It's just that the uniform used to be better.
Yeah.
And nowadays they are quite ugly. And that's what we are trying to fight. And we are trying to bring back beauty, I would say, and meaning in what we are doing. And I think that for that, it's super important to have the female opinion on things. So that's why we are super eager with this podcast with Michał to have some opinions. And to every kind of woman. So sometimes we go in the street and we'll ask any random person, including girls, what they think. And then sometimes we'll ask someone that is more knowledgeable like you. Because at the end of the day, when you are dressing up is to respect people around you. Absolutely. And to respect them is to know also what they want, what they think,
Yeah, and I think to add on to that is that we also say when I presented the Women's Alliance, we try to not say the club, because for us it's more of an alliance. We're together. That's the point.
More than closing yourself to the others.
Exactly. Yeah. And we are creators, not imitators. So every woman you can see in Pitti, indeed, you can see women like dressed absolutely. I mean, it's so beautiful and so different. And even when they wear dresses or when they wear suits, and it's just the beauty of how women just take something and make it their own, and with their own essence. And that's what's so beautiful about it. So when I actually did that presentation of my alliance, it's not only mine, it's mine and Amelie's, we said that we are creators, not imitators. So in the cracks where you guys have so many rules that are already set in place, we don't have them yet. And we're like, so you can kind of like,
and it's going almost closer to haute couture, because
absolutely.
And that's the beauty of menswear. It's like this craftsman. We are talking about bespoke and so on. So this is a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Very ruled also. And when you are going towards haute couture, then you are going towards something that is a bit more free and a bit more artistic, I would say, because we
abstract
often exactly. And we're often saying that, we have a tendency nowadays to say that everything that is nice is art, which I believe is sometimes a bit inappropriate. And I would say that things becomes art because the rest is becoming so poor, that we would have a tendency to say that craftsmanship is art, when traditionally it's not really the case. But that thing is for sure, when you are going towards haute couture, you are going more towards art. And this artistic aspect of things, this is a step ahead, I would say. And in the women's wear, and I've known some bespoke female tailor, and when they are making garments for women, they are going outside of the rules of men, and they are doing something with the same artistry and the same knowledge, but it's much more creativity behind that. That's a strong thing to bring with us, I would say.
Absolutely. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Yeah.
Okay. We just forgot. I realized to ask you what we were wearing today. We didn't even talk about what we were wearing. All of us.
Yeah. Okay. So what are you guys wearing?
Clothes.
What we are wearing, yeah.
Yeah, clothes.
Yes, I can start because this is actually a premiere of my own suit.
Ooh.
Yeah, Scolare. It's single-breasted suit made of wool and silk.
Yeah.
Cream, very elegant but still casual, with a Bengal striped shirt and a grenadine tie, and Merkvist Belgian loafers. No, wait a minute, Janko from Skolix. It's not Merkvist, sorry.
Wait a second, what am I wearing even? No, it's I'm actually wearing a blue jowl trousers.
Very similar to mine.
Yeah, it happens all the time. So it's almost a joke. Every time we are coming here and we're like just discovering that we are wearing the same combos and like,
you have the same colors.
They just match.
Exactly. No,
You're
it's
an item.
it's just colors that works with everything. Champ de Manœuvre socks. It's a small French brand that they are getting for a very good price. Very, very good. And most of them are made in France, I believe. Garments, it's more military and so on. Those socks, I think I love those socks. I'm gonna spend 10 minutes talking about those socks and not about the rest of the outfit. They just got some surplus from Italian army or something like this, and lock shoes. And the shirt is just an American brand. I love those small brands that are making small stuff almost on a family level.
Yeah.
But what about you?
Yeah, so I am...
Emma just called her dad to ask what was the fabric of the suit.
Yes, absolutely. So, yes, because it's something that will come... I don't know when you guys' podcast will come out. But, so we did... This is from Blandin de Loire. So it's a Parisian brand. Yeah. And so I'm wearing... So, okay, what was it in English again? I asked you guys. Because
wool? It's a wool and it's
tropical wool.
Tropical
in English?
I think we could say,
Yeah, it is tropical.
I twisted wool.
Yes, exactly.
Breathable.
100%. Yeah, and you can see it actually in the back that it's actually quite. It's not. It's really nice. Yeah, it's transparent, so it's not doubled. It's really nice for the summer.
Unconstructed navy suit.
Yes. So and honestly, if I can give, I'm just going to give an advice nobody asked for, but if you for your first suit, especially for a woman. For men too, obviously, but that's you asked my dad. But I would say that navy is amazing because you can wear. I wear sometimes this vest on top of a really nice jeans.
Le veste.
La veste.
Yeah. A jacket.
A jacket. French. Okay, yes. So that's the thing. Yes, that we laugh a lot actually because
but we know that it's in Polish a jacket, suit jacket is marynarka, and marynarka is also navy. Navy.
Really?
I mean forces, Navy forces.
Okay.
So it comes from Navy because they had those blazers.
Yeah, so it's military.
Yeah, it's military.
That's cool.
It comes from military, marynarka.
Yeah. We were laughing about that because in French we say une veste de costume.
Yes.
But actually it's a suit jacket.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
So you can actually wear a jacket like this, especially in navy. I do that often with a nice jeans, nice pair of jeans, and a shirt. So you can wear the jacket. You can wear the pants with so many different shoes. So that's a great choice if you have your first suit made. made.
And the fact that it's high twisted also makes it very good for so many things. So
yes, absolutely.
you can wear it towards summer, but also it's a stronger material, so it's going to resist more the wear and tear.
Absolutely, and you can wear it, and blue is so easy to pair with pretty much anything.
But when it was the moment that you decided that you want to wear more menswear garments, that you want to go into it, because like a lot of people, they know what, for example, their parents do, but they just want to go some other place, not do anything that is combined to her parents.
Related to their parents.
Yeah,
yes.
exactly.
Well, I have to say that, but that's obviously it depends on people. Yeah. But I've always
But in your case.
Yeah, in my case, I've always really looked up to my dad and what he was doing, because I thought he really created something that was not there before, and that's something I really strive for as well, to create something. And so when I really saw that was also possible for women, and that I saw through Sonia, mostly. Yeah. I was really interested in it, but it was difficult for me to find a crack as to go into that whole world. And it's just when, again, I lost my job and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna, I have like 2 months, so I'm just gonna see what's gonna happen. And then that's when I met the girls from 1710, which is another brand, so 17H10. And they are creating suits for women, but with prototypes that are made by women for women. So it's a brand that actually exists for 7 years, and they have perfected their prototypes to really fit women's bodies. Yeah. And so when we met around a crepe, because I live in the Netherlands for over 10 years. So actually, Amélie, when I said that I was in Paris, I was actually, when I got her message, I was at Blandin de Loire. It was the appointment with my dad, because I was following him, and I was dressed with just a pants that was way too big for me. So I had like suspenders and stuff from Sonia. The shirt was from my dad. Everything was from my dad and Sonia. I owned nothing. And I got the message from Amélie to meet up because she saw something on Instagram. And then from there, we met around the crepe, because she's like, you live in the Netherlands, so you most likely miss something from France. And I'm like, yes, absolutely. She's
like, pancakes?
Yes.
Food.
Yeah, so she's like, where do you want to eat? I'm like, I really want to go to a crêperie. So then we met there, and then we started to talk about the women's club and everything. So basically seeing her and, we had really like the same vision, kind of like it opened up a world for me. And I was like, okay, you know what? Let's do this. And then probably 2 days later, no, actually the same night, we were like, okay, we're just going to go to the Pitti. We're doing it. Like 4 girls in suits, we're just going to do it. We're doing it. So that's how I kind of like it. I kind of entered the world.
So it was your first Pitti?
It was my first Pitti, nice. Absolutely. Yes.
But and one thing that is very interesting is that actually building a suit, especially on the jacket for women, takes much more work than doing it for men. And it's not only about those rules that we talked about. It's just that to follow the shape,
absolutely,
the pattern is much more work.
It's difficult. To be very honest with you, it's difficult because women have they are shaped differently, and some women have more breast than others, for example. So with the jacket can be more difficult, but also in terms of like the ratio between like the hip to waist ratio. Is that how you call it? Yeah. Hip to waist ratio can be really difficult for me. That's my challenge. The hip to waist ratio. So that can be really tricky indeed.
Bespoke atelier, they are like, when there's a woman, they know they're losing money because they're gonna put probably more work and it's gonna be the same price.
Yes, it can be absolutely, it's difficult. So that's why I thought that their initiative of Amélie and Caroline, who are the both founders of 1710, they are best friends actually, and they decided to do this to make this brand together. I thought that was a beautiful thing. That it's been 7 years that they're really like perfecting their prototypes for women.
Is it ready to wear, brand?
Yes. So so now they've launched their MTM, made to measure. But there is already like prêt-à-porter, so there are a lot of you can even get your tuxedo and everything there. Now they have launched indeed the made-to-measure.
But I think this is very strong what you are building, and I would say not only for women's wear in what you are doing, but for every other brand. For example, I'm working for a brand, I'm working for Blue Giallo, and we are developing women's wear, and it's super exciting, super interesting. It takes more work.
Yeah.
And I would say that what you're building is knowledge.
Yes.
And I would say that many brands would take a lot of benefits from learning from you guys, from what you are doing. You could be going to these brands and telling them this is the way you should make patterns.
This is actually what, so not to be like trying to sell anything or whatever on the podcast, guys, for sure. But that is actually, if any brand is interested in that with made to measure for men, that is actually the reason why also we went there at the Pitti, because 17 has created and developed a made-to-measure offer for stores and for brands that already have made-to-measure for men and want to do women. Yeah. And then they give everything to them, like they would give them a cursus on how to take measures on women, because it's different when you take measures on women, obviously. Yeah, exactly. The prototypes, photos, etc., to expand it a little bit more so that there is a corner for women in made to measure for men. So if anyone is interested, obviously you can contact me, because I'm one of their, I'm an ambassador, or directly them for sure, because indeed that is something that was missing in the industry, and that the girls, that's not me. I really I have so much respect for Amélie and for Caroline, who founded the brand, because they came up with this idea of, okay, we want to bring the made-to-measure for women to brands that are already doing this for men.
Yeah. But that's super valuable.
Yes, and that's, absolutely.
Strangely, very new.
Yes, it is. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And so we're now like a little army of women defending all of this. Yeah,
but in a great way, I would say, because this is because as men we are included in this, because it just brings everyone up, I would say.
Yeah, so exactly.
In that regard, this is the best way to fight for something. It's like all togetherness.
Exactly, and that's indeed not saying overshadowing men, or like that's something that we really want to make sure that people know, especially with the alliance and stuff. Has nothing to do with like putting the women in the front and we women. It's about just togetherness, indeed. Like we also have so much to say, and so
that's true. I will try not to be too political. It's gonna be difficult. There's two French again, one Polish guy. So.
But do you have some favorite garments that women should have more in their wardrobe from like a menswear perspective?
Well, definitely a navy suit. Yeah. First of all, I think that's.
I also noticed that women wear more often blazers.
Yes, that's true. It actually depends on which country you're in, because, for example, in the Netherlands, it's very common for women to just wear a blazer.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But even here in Sweden,
in Sweden, they have it's absolutely. So it also has to do with culture. I feel, but if you would ask me what I think, let's say three core things in a woman's wardrobe. My wardrobe is very small. I'm quite minimalistic as well, and I love secondhand things and taking things from people. I love that. That's my favorite thing to do. So what I would say for a woman, but that's very personal, obviously, but I would say, so anyway, a navy suit, because you can wear the pants, and made to measure, that'd be better, because then it's really made for you, and it does make the difference. Yeah. So a navy suit for sure, because you can pair that with anything. Pair the pants, pair the vest with jackets, the jacket with anything. Obviously, I'm Parisian, so I would say a little black dress, a little black dress, a long one for me. For me, that's something you can wear with everything. I actually wear that a lot. I have always, in my suitcase, now I'm in Stockholm, I always have one black dress that goes until here. And I wear that with a shirt, just like a menswear shirt that I would not, and like with a carré de soie, for example.
Yeah. What's carré de soie?
Carré de, yeah, it's like a silk
square.
Neckerchief.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, thank you.
A scarf.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, yeah. So carré de soie. And so, yeah. So
no beret.
No beret.
No.
You're so French.
And baguette.
No, merci.
I'm sorry.
Enfin, si. Yeah,
exactly. Of course, baguette.
But yes, of course, yes, that we cannot say no to. But so I would say definitely a navy suit, a little black dress for sure, because you can pair shirts with it and stuff.
One drop of Chanel No. 5.
Ooh, yeah.
You really like the Chanel No. 5?
I do
it's
like
difficult
Chanel
not to
No.
like it.
It's difficult not to like it. Yeah,
Okay.
that's Chanel No. 5.
I'm not a big fan.
Yeah, I don't wear it because to me it's like more when you're around 50.
Yeah, it's very heavy and
it's a
exactly.
very heavy
Yeah, that's true. It's not
scent.
very young type of perfume.
No, for sure. But I would say, actually, those are the two pieces that I would, if I like hypothetical thing to go to an island and you could get only like two pieces of your wardrobe. A navy
you
suit.
Definitely need a black dress on a...
Little black dress, a navy suit.
And a two-piece.
Yes, absolutely. Well, then I would go for a three-piece because otherwise you're not going to put your dress under your... Yes, so, but yeah, definitely. But I think a well made-to-measure suit for any woman would be is a great piece to have in your wardrobe. I would go for navy just because you can pair it with everything. But yeah, that's definitely a piece that I would say to any woman that you can definitely for sure invest in that, and you'll be good to go for any kind of events because you can style it in so many different ways.
No, but and I was interesting about something. You are a lot about educating people, and it's not only educating women. I would guess it's also educating men. Anyone interested in this?
Yeah.
And what is the first thing that you feel that needs to be taught then?
You mean in
this industry, or the people being interested in menswear?
Yes. The first thing that came to my mind is what I will say then, because I don't want to think too much about it then. Authenticity.
Yeah.
So for me, and that is something that is my quality, but also my downfall in many ways. I'm extremely authentic. What you see is what you get, 100% with me. But it's also in what I wear. It's also in how I carry myself, and you can see when someone is authentic or not. And especially whenever you have like a beautiful suit, it's how you carry yourself. So I would say that. You can have a wonderful suit made that costs so much money and that is made by hand and whatever.
True.
But if you cannot move with as the person you are, then that will show.
Yeah, that's true, and I would say that certain things are already new, but certain things can be taught, and I think that beauty in a certain way can be taught.
Yes.
And I think it's work. And gracefulness,
Yes.
And I agree. When you start wearing a suit, it doesn't matter the amount of money that you put in it.
No.
If you don't have a minimum of gracefulness in you, it's not going to look nice.
Absolutely, and also the fact that, with authenticity comes also the fact that authenticity and honesty, because what I see a lot in our world is that a lot of men, especially. Because it's menswear world, are like step in and they have their first suit or they have some suits and stuff, and they would feel like they have to know everything. And the thing is that you don't have to know everything. I say a lot to people like, I honestly don't know. Like, how do you call this? Or I don't know. Even though I'm the daughter of Parisian Gentleman.
Then you can call your dad.
Yes, I just did before the podcast. But yeah, it's the reality of things. That's how you learn. And
it's a journey.
It is, yeah, and every
Exactly.
step is so important.
No, but you don't have to know all how the engine is working to drive
No.
a car, and you can be a very good driver without knowing everything about your car.
I
Absolutely.
mean, you should know some basics
course.
to understand like what you I think that it's even better to know how clutch works.
Absolutely.
When you're
Yeah, but
driving.
because
Well, I mean, you
also,
have to learn how to drive before driving, obviously.
but it's also
But we
Yes.
are a bit special. I would say that the way we work, I mean, the three of us, is like we are passionate about things. So when we get to like something, we want to know everything about it, which is not the case of everyone.
No.
And that's why I'm saying you don't need to know everything
No.
because you don't need to know everything about something to be yourself.
Also, you will not know everything.
Yeah, exactly.
That is the thing that you have to accept as well. That's just true in life as well.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
fact that you can be just authentic and honest enough to say, like, I actually don't know, I'll look it up.
Yeah.
Or I'm not really sure about this, is actually opens the door for more people to be interested in what you have to say. Because I don't know everything, but I know a few things. Also comes from my heritage,
Yeah.
and my dad also always quotes. Well, I mean, always he's quoted that a few times that you need to. And I can't remember who said it first, but my dad quotes it. Would be that you have to learn the rules like a pro, so that you can break them like an artist, right?
Yeah.
So you need to know the basic rules, of course, especially when you're a man, like in menswear. With women, it's a little bit more, like we have a little bit more of a leeway in that.
Yeah.
So obviously the rules are extremely important. So I don't mean by saying you need to be authentic and honest about the fact that you don't know everything, that you should put to the side the rules. You have to know the rules, obviously. But give yourself grace while you're learning.
Yeah.
You don't need to know everything. You can also learn from other people. And what I see a lot in our world is that there is some kind, not necessarily competition, but looking up to what this guy is saying and this guy is saying, and if I know it better,
which is very French way of doing things.
yeah,
by the
and
way.
it's human as well, right?
Yeah.
Because you want to be a little bit maybe above everybody else in a way without even noticing it.
But using knowledge as something that is to push people down, I would
Exactly.
say is very wrong, and it's very French. In our culture, that's true.
In our
We like-
culture, yeah.
We like to put down people because we know better, which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
How were you before knowing yourself?
I have some question, because we have you here because you're a woman, and we are interested in your opinion about some menswear trends that you. Let's start with what you dislike. For example, you've been at Pitti in Florence. You've seen a lot.
Yes, okay.
But you don't need to limit yourself just to Pitti, but like in general in life. Some trends that you and maybe, I don't know, your female friends dislike.
I have to take a second to think about that. Right. Oh, yeah. Okay. I think, yes. There are many trends, and I mean, that's just something that gives me the ick a little bit sometimes.
We're here for it. Yeah.
Yes, it's the tea, guys, right? We're in the tea section now.
Exactly.
It's whenever you guys or men take something out of context to kind of shame people who are learning, or shame people who do it differently. Meaning, for example, I have an example for this.
It's a behavior thing.
Yes, bear with me. For example, I've seen a few videos on you should never wear sneakers with a suit. And I'm like, I am...
Totally understand that.
Yes,
Yeah.
I understand the...
But just because of the way you present it.
You can, but why?
Yes, but yeah, exactly. But I understand the point of it. I understand why. But the thing is that, for example, me, when I came to see, I think you to have a coffee the first time, I was like in like my pants and with like a pair of very nice sneakers, and with a white shirt. and that makes it a little bit more comfy, a little bit more casual. As long as you have good, I'm not talking about Nikes, okay? I'm talking about like nice sneakers and stuff like that. But why does that give me the ick? It's because you have a lot of also menswear shoes makers that also make sneakers and other kinds of shoes that are actually really
mostly
beautiful.
all of the brands are actually have sneakers.
And that's really nice as well. And why wouldn't that be okay? You know what? If you can actually pair it well, if you can actually own it, if you can actually you really wear like a nice or a nice jacket with a really nice pair of jeans and nice pair of what is the problem?
And that's true, because the real problem with sneakers was that it was branded garments that were very cheap and sold in a very expensive way. So they were wrong for this, but as long as you start making them in the right way with right fabrics or nice leather with nice construction, then
so that's
but it's also the thing that they are approaching it in a negative way.
It's the shaming
it's not
part.
Like, okay, you can wear it like this or that.
They're full of contempt.
You shouldn't. But it's also something that sells in social media. But some kind of garments that it's like way too much of it in menswear.
For me, I think simplicity wins the race. So when men are wearing like too many accessories, for example, or like too much. Like sometimes I'm like
a bit dandy.
But
this
is something typical, special for Pitti.
Yes, exactly.
Because on the street you don't see so many accessories.
No, you don't. But if I look at some look at some content on social media, for me. But that's also probably because I'm Parisian as well. We're a little bit more simplistic and elegant.
Okay, what's the style in Paris then?
Well,
never been there yet.
I feel that people dress very poorly in Paris.
Yes, well,
very bad. I mean, that's the shock, so to speak, that I had in comparison to Scandinavia, but Stockholm especially. I felt that people were dressing at least to their size, with proper garments.
Style.
But how is it in Paris then? How you could describe it? So that's a wrap of first episode with Emma Jacomet. It was a long conversation with a lot of digressing. Guys, they went to France and back. I don't know if they are back actually. I'm here in Stockholm still. So guys, stay tuned for the second episode of Suit Yourself, a menswear podcast with Emma Jacomet.